I agree with everything about these indigenous healing disciplines, except that. I do not think that God and God's blanket manifestation, physical appearance, called nature, made a mistake by not making tomato sauce. I think that everything in the tomato, or everything in the cucumber, or everything in the watermelon, or everything in the broccoli is perfect and doesn't need to be augmented with fire and does not need to be changed. And for that reason, I don't, and you don't, put our fingers in fire. We don't put our clothing in fire. We don't put our money in fire. We don't put anything we value into fire, because fire is destructive, period. Period. Okay, now, fire is good if you're living in the North Pole and you're cold and you got a fire, it's going to warm you up. Okay, but you shouldn't be in the North Pole, because that's not where humans belong. We belong somewhere in the around the equator. That's where we came from. That's where we belong. Yeah, you can take a tuna fish and you can put them in a freshwater lake and hope it survives and do all kinds of stuff. Or you can take some fish out of the tropical oceans and make yourself a tropical fish tank, and they're going to stay alive. Okay, you want to live in a fish tank? You live in a fish tank. My thing is this. I want to know where would be the best place for this body to be so that it can get the most out of life. Because this body happens to be interwoven with the mind and the spirit that needs to be here for this. It turns out that this is where we're from, and our physiology is here. We should go to bed early, period. And nature and God made food perfectly, and every creature has everything it needs to exist, because it came from that. It is someone's dinner and it eats. It's an exchange of energy. There's no requirement of fire. Okay, so yeah, Ayurveda says that, and I love Ayurveda except that. I love TCM, I used to accept that. And all of them. I do not think, and I will never ever accept, that God blew it, made a mistake, and didn't cook.